Alright guys, here we go. We got a new stand coming up for what I'm going to consider the mystery build. I don't want to reveal all the plans just yet.
Moving like the speed of sound, like a bullet train.
I put this together this weekend. It took me Friday, Saturday to piece it together. It's really not my best work. It's all really just a bunch of scrap wood, stuff I had left over from the 230 stand. In the back, like this bottom piece, like that very back strip is like another piece of wood. And then this one was a scrap piece and it doesn't fit all the way to the back, but it's just a supporting structure and to separate it out anyways. One of the main points of this build though is to have the ATO container in here. So this is almost ready to be put into the house. Another part that's going to be on this side here will be a little drawer, not a drawer, more of like a little table, this piece, which I can pull out, and then I could do any of my testing on or whatever I want to do on that. It will be a little bit more convenient because it will be closer to the main display. And then I have another shelf that I'll add about halfway up so I could have unlimited fish storage, because we all know that you never have enough storage. As you go into this hobby, you just start accumulating more and more shit, and then soon enough your whole pantry, your garage, or wherever is just full of a bunch of shit that you don't even need, but you keep it because there's a chance that you might need it in the future. And as soon as you throw it out, you're gonna need it the next day. Anyways, so this is the shelf. I'll put that on. I have an entertainment stand upstairs, so I needed to throw on these doors. These need another coat of paint, and then I'm gonna finish them with the polyacrylic. I use the polyacrylic to protect the finish wherever I believe it may get wet. So on here, all along that overhang edge, I have polyacrylic on it, and then also along the baseboard, especially on the baseboard because that's a little weaker too, so it'll help to strengthen up the wood just slightly, because that's pine down there, and pine is a very soft wood. No one likes soft wood. With that said, I'm just waiting on this to dry. Got some other things going on today as well. Need to empty out the saltwater container. I've had that running since before I left on vacation, just as emergency water. But I need to empty that out, get that filled up. I need to go grab another tank today for a temporary setup for some other equipment and livestock I have coming Monday or Tuesday, sometime throughout the next week. So that's everything for out here. Let's go ahead and get this guy inside. All right, here we go, guys. We got the temporary setup. This will be going on the new stand here. I have the ATO in there. I'll be purchasing some doors. They're not going to match these with the glass. They'll just be solid doors. They'll also help to keep a lot of the ATO sound in there. And then I'll just need to add the shelf I was talking about earlier. And then I'll show you how this part works here. Put a little handle underneath it, and this slides out. Here's the handle underneath. Then I can use this as a little workstation testing area instead of walking over to the island where I normally do it. And I can actually store my test kits in here too, so I can start migrating out of the kitchen. And I've already taken over the entire living room, so yep. Alright, so I'm going to unbox this, not for you guys, it's just a freaking tank. I'm going to put it up, I'm making some salt water, and then I also need to take the fox face, update on the fox face and the powder blue. Glass is really dirty and I don't have a filter on. But the powder blue's in here, he's doing good. When I let him out of the acclimation box, fox face still went after him pretty hard, so I was able to capture the fox face, and he's been in the sump. He's looking pretty stressed out, so I'm gonna move him back in today and see how it goes. Worst case, I have to kick him back out and put it back in the sump, but I might as well see how it goes. And then after I get him out of the sump and it's a safe working environment again, we have a Clarity, the SK5000. This is a huge pain in the ass to put this thing together, just FYI for everyone. But it's together. I'm still waiting on the pump. I'm gonna run it off its own pump instead of plumbing it into the system. So I'll be running the JBow, might be the DC, like the 6000 or 9000, whatever it is. This thing can handle up to 13 or 1500 gallons per hour. So it'll be almost to that point, and I can control it, of course, since it'll be DC. All right, guys, here we go. We got the temporary setup all ready to go. I've already started putting some things in there. Need to order some doors. This executes the pull-out method very nicely. I got a filter on right now, so it's just regular old white lighting right now. This is just gonna hold fish for a little while. ATO container works perfect. One other addition I'm gonna make to the stand besides doors is I'm gonna put a float switch in there, which is gonna be connected to a wire inside. So when the level drops lower, since there will be solid doors on here, I won't be able to see when it's getting low. There will be some red LEDs here that will illuminate this panel, and then I'll know I need to, or I'm getting very close to needing to top off. What else? So I put the Clarity in. It's not actually running right now because I need to have the pump for it, but I just placed it in the sump to kind of get it out of my way, get it off the counters for now. Buns is ordering some glass for the stand here, so that should have glass coming soon. And then update on the fox face. He is back in here, looking good. You can see his dorsal fin is a little bit white. Getting him out of the net, I think he maybe maybe inked at me a little bit, but no problem. There's no aggression now with him in the powder blue. This is DD. So everything's good. All problem solved itself by taking out the fox face. Anyways, so I'm sitting here, just got home. It's been crazy day. I was just at a fellow reefer's house for about the past 4 hours, and then I got back and I'm like, my corals are actually, the colors are looking actually pretty good. This one is a lot deeper of a red tone in person. This guy fell off, so I need to put that back on, of course. But the colors are looking pretty good. These ones are nice and bright. So we zoom in on each of those. Not zoom, focus. So, not too bad right now. But now that I said that, they'll die. And this is still in the process of dying, or it could possibly be making a comeback. We'll have to see. And then here's that piece I was talking about. Nice color on that. All right, so what was I doing at fellow reefer's house for the past 4 hours? Well, it's gonna be crazy hectic. But what I was doing was I was breaking his tank down because I purchased everything. And here we have a bunch of corals, a small amount of SPS, we have a shrimp, some clowns, anemones, torches, a hammer. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff in there. It's a 75-gallon system. Right now I'm heating this water up a little bit. It's been a while. And then we have even more stuff in the garage. So let me take you on a tour of everything I have in the garage. I still actually need to take the tank stand, sump, and some additional equipment tomorrow. I'm not gonna tell you what I plan to do with that yet though. You'll have to wait and see. But we got a box of stuff. This is, I think, some Triton reagent. We got dosing pump, Neptune equipment, various different pieces of equipment in there. What else? Just random stuff. Turbo stream. We have a skimmer. I'm not sure exactly which skimmer that is, but it's reef octopus. This is a custom acrylic ATO and dose line, or doser setup. So this is meant for the core elements. And then we have the new Apex 2016. All this stuff is about a year old. 2 Hydra 52s, which now they have these 64s. So awesome amount of equipment that I got. It was a deal I couldn't pass up, couldn't refuse. So now it's a matter of what I can leverage to help me out in some new things that I have going on, and then what I can put on my tank right now. I'm really considering, and it's a really hard choice looking at the tank and seeing things are doing all right, but I'm considering switching up the T5 fixture and putting on a hybrid fixture with the 52s down the center, and then I would add one more 64. So let me know if you think that's a good idea. I'd still have 4 T5 bulbs, so I think it would be almost equivalent to what I have now. I just have to have that little bit of curve with the LEDs, but I have a Senai, so I can kind of dial things in maybe a little bit differently than other people who just get LEDs and they don't have that Senai. But yeah guys, so I gotta go through all this stuff, see what I need. I gotta clean up a bunch of stuff. That skimmer is disgusting. I gotta see if maybe I can even use that instead of the Skimz that I have. It's just chaos here. All right, so this has been kind of a generic update, what I've been doing throughout the past 3 days. I've kind of taken you guys on that journey a little bit. Let me know if you kind of like this style of video more than, I guess, kind of some other styles I've been doing, if you consider anything that I do a style. This is really just kind of almost like hanging out, and you're kind of walking through day-to-day stuff with me. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I really don't want to film it. I don't think you're going to get any additional value out of watching me like a time lapse place stuff in the tank. I'll get everything settled, and then we'll do a part 2 of this haul, and then we'll see how the livestock's doing, what I determined to do with some of the equipment, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.